You're tuned in to The Thinking Class with Lawrence D. Adams. Let's go.
Salute everybody. This is Lawrence D. Adams. This is when spirituality and the game combines. You have the Thinking Class. We are here live. Yep, I am like 30 minutes early because I got some things I got to take care of. But hey, I wanted to make sure I get this show in. Today we're talking about the invisible pressure, how to make people respect you without saying a word. So if you go back and replay this, we're going to go through this pretty somewhat fast, but I made it. Let me adjust my camera right quick because it's bothering me. And now my head is not in the shot. Let me do it. I love it. Okay, cool. That's good. How to make people invisible pressure. How to make people respect you without saying a word. So, have you ever met someone who didn't say much, but when they walked into the room, everybody sat straight up? Maybe it didn't smile, they didn't yell, but you felt something strong about them. That's the invisible pressure. It's the kind of power people can feel without you having to say or do anything. Let me repeat that again. Have you ever met someone who didn't say much, but when they walked into the room, everybody sat up straight? What's going on, these nuts? What's going on, bro? Maybe they didn't smile, they didn't yell, but you felt something strong about them. That's invisible pressure. Let me say that again. That's invisible pressure. It's the kind of power people can feel without you having to do or say anything. So let's go to the first point. First point is you make people think just by being you. Let me say that again. You make people think just by being you. What does that mean? You make people think by just being you. When you're calm and sure of yourself, people around you start to act differently. Too many of us have too many. What's going on, Cleveland bus driver? What's going on, bro? Lawrence, I quit my job today. I didn't belong there. Well, let me hold up. We gotta let me read this. Hold up, because you're saying this. Lawrence, I'm quitting my job today. I didn't belong there. I did bless some others there and with some game, and they thanked me, but I'm gone. Taking a leap of faith again. They're calling me, but I'm done. The Lord saying it's time. Shout out to you, brother. Where the claps at? Come on, claps. Whoa, wait, what, do, you did it. You know, we got to get it in. Thank you. You made the big leap. Say the time is up. That's what I'm talking about. You said, I quit my job today. You're making a leap of faith. That's what I'm talking about. When you step out of your comfort zone, I don't know why this is sort of sidetracked, but I'm gonna get back on point. When you step back out of your comfort zone and not knowing where the next step is going to take you, but you know that you're going to be taken care of. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. This is good. I'm fast tracking you. He said enough disrespect. Right. You right on the money. You right on the money. So let's get to the first point again. You make people think just by being you. When you're calm and sure of yourself, people around you start to act differently. You said in my grandfather's thing, he said, don't get mad, just leave. Come on, that's Papa. That's what Papa said. Papa said, don't get mad. He said, what? Just leave. He used to tell me and my brother and anybody who came in the house on the 118th, don't get mad, just leave. And sometimes you got to do that. Good to see you, William. Good to see you. So when you're calm, sure of yourself, people around you start to act differently. They talk softer, they try harder, they watch what they say. Why? Because your calm energy makes them think, I need to be on point. You become like a mirror. They start seeing themselves through how you move. Whoa, 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 whoa. Please pick up what I'm putting down right here. You become like a mirror. They start seeing themselves through how you move. Have you ever been in a place when you were calm and your energy was centered and you knew who you were confident in who you were, and people around you start, I bet not cuss around them. Oh, I better act right because, they don't do all that. And you didn't even say a word. It's because you are so sure in yourself and you become a mirror. We talked about this many times here on the thinking class, is that the world is just a mirror of how you see yourself or how you think. So if anybody's acting crazy or acting a fool, you need to check your mirror on the inside of you, because they are reflecting how you see the world. I had to do some things this week because I was reflecting. I was irritated. Do you hear me? I wanted to fight, scratch. I was irritated this week. And I realized I got to slow down and take some time, breathe, put the meditation music on, pray, and look at the internal world and what's going on inside of me. And you have to do that. You have to do that. I'm going sort of fast because I got to be somewhere at a certain time. So we're going to get this. But I want you to get these points. Number 2, stay cool. And you'll stay in control. Let me say that again. I don't have my hat on because I'll be like, church, tabernacle. Stay cool. You'll stay in control. People who get mad fast or talk too much lose power. Whoa, let me say that again. People who get mad fast or talk too much lose power. But when you stay calm, quiet, and focused, others don't know what to expect. That makes them curious, that makes them respectful, and that makes them careful around you. I'm gonna give you the classic example. I told it this weekend, and I'm gonna say it again. When my sons, when they were younger, way younger, and they got into a fight, they were going bickering between each other. And their mom called me and said, hey, Justin and Caleb are getting into it and they fighting each other. And I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll be over after work. So I went over after work. And by that time, they were already getting ready. They were already in bed and the lights was out. And they had the 3rd floor that was finished. And they had one bed on one side of the room and another bed on the other side of the room. And they were asleep. So I crept up the steps like a ninja. Step by step by step by step. Then I got a chair that they had inside of the room. And they still didn't hear me. And I set the chair between the 2 beds. And as they were tossing and turning and sleeping, I sat there for a minute and said, what do I do? And then I stood up and karate chopped them, one on one side and karate chopped on the other side. Hey, Dad, what you doing? Hey, what you doing? And I said, I didn't yell, I didn't scream. And I said to them very calmly, if I ever hear about you 2 fighting or bickering or going back and forth, I will get you. You will stay with me and I will do some things that you will not expect. I will not punish you. I will have you stand in a corner with one leg up. Do you understand me? Then I told them, what is your name? My name is Justin Lawrence Adams. What is your name? My name is Caleb Alexander Adams. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't holler. I didn't scream. But I did karate chop them, and they got the message. Some of us are wasting too much of our energy yelling and screaming and going back and forth with people who don't deserve our energy or our time. In the words of the great philosopher, John Henry Clark, I debate with my equals, and all others I teach. I debate with my equals, and all others I teach. So stay cool. Stay in control. People who get mad fast or talk too much lose power. But when you stay calm, quiet, and focused, others don't know what to expect. That makes them curious. That makes them respectful, and that makes them careful around you. I can think of a situation right now. I'm looking at my girlfriend right now at the camera of a situation, but you know what I'm talking about at work, but yeah. Cool equals control. So let's go to point 3. How many minutes? Where are we at? Okay. Don't let everyone know what you're thinking. Uh-oh. Y'all better get this one. Right? Don't let everyone know what you're thinking. When people always know what you're doing, thinking, or feeling, they start thinking they can control or figure you out.
Execute Order 66.
Let me say that again. Say that again.
Execute Order 66.
Don't let everyone know what you're thinking. When people always know what you're doing, thinking, or feeling, they start to think they can control or figure you out. Some of y'all are just too predictable. Everybody know at 6 o'clock you're gonna do this, at 5 o'clock you're gonna do this, at 4 o'clock you're gonna do this. You think this way, you're gonna do that. You need to not let everybody know what you're thinking. When you keep things to yourself, they're guessing, they're wondering, and they respect your space. Let me say that again. They're guessing, they're wondering, and they respect your place. That mystery, that's mystery, but that's also pressure. We are talking about invisible pressure, how to make people respect you without saying a word. So I'm telling you right now, don't let everyone know what you're thinking. Nope. I do it. Oh, but I got people at work who watch me. Godly, because I'm about to say something. I do it at work. I do it at home. I do it at church. I do it. Everyone don't need to know what's on every. Let me put this in the right context. There is a place and a time where you do need to share with others what's going on with you. In a relationship, there's certain things you need to share with your spouse. Your kids, there's certain things you need to share with your kids. But there's other times where you need to keep things close to your chest, where you don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. Because if you do, they're already trying to figure you out. So let's go to number 4. Build your personal gravity. Now, this is, y'all better pay attention to this. And we're going to get the number. So what do you think that, babe, what do you think? Give me a number, the first number to come to mind so we can put it in the chat room. 4 is the number for today. So everyone put 4 in the chat room today. Number 4. I'll be the first one to put it. There we go. 4 is the number for today. Everyone put 4 in there. So every time you see the number 4, numeric 4, it's going to bring you back to the teaching for the day. So when you see the number 4, it's going to bring you back to what? The invisible pressure, how to make people respect you without saying a word. So 4 is the what? 4 is the number for the day. Anytime you see 4, it's going to bring you back into this teaching. So and we're on number 4. Build your personal gravity. You don't have to shout or show off to get attention. The people who matter most are the ones who keep their word, respect themselves, move with discipline, stand tall, and still when others are acting wild. If that ain't me, if that is not the the essence of who I am. That is me. Those people become like magnets, and others are naturally drawn to them. So let's read that again. Build your personal gravity. You don't have to show off to get attention. You can always tell, if you listen to all the teachers we've been doing lately, those who seek attention normally don't have nothing going on with them. The people who matter the most are the ones who keep their word, respect themselves, move with discipline, stand tall, and still when others are acting wild. Because I done seen people act a plum food, and I'm just looking like, you really gonna act like that? We had a situation, what was it? Last week. We were at the Dakota baby was at the having her first track meet. And when you run a track, you want to make sure that the field is cleared and the track is filled so that none of the runners get hurt. Well, a mother, I think it was a mother, and one of the other opposing teams were trying to cross when they were trying to get ready to run. And I looked around at my sister, I looked at my girlfriend, I looked at like, y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see what's going on? Somebody need to say something to her. I said, my sister said, don't say nothing to them. Let them find out. I said, okay. And I said, you know what? Let me relax. Let them figure out what's going on. So finally, the officials came over and said, we need to clear the track to make it so that the students don't get hurt and everyone can run their race. But in that situation, I had to learn, I don't need to say nothing. Just relax, allow whatever's going to happen. When I need to speak, I'm going to say it. I mean, Williams said, because it's very powerful right here. Trying to get my mouse. Come here, mouse. Come here. He said, say less means more. Calm consistency and congruence shows that you are a man of your word. Your action gives receipts. You know that's right. We haven't talked about receipts in a while, but yes, it gives receipts. So build personal gravity. Build what? Personal gravity. Where you stand in the essence of who you are. When you stand in who you are, you're not trying to prove nothing. You're not trying to show off, anything like that. I heard something again. How many minutes where I'm at now? 10 minutes? Okay. So I heard a story this week of a guy that was trying to sell, this goes in line with this, who was trying to sell a client. He was a salesman, and this client was being reluctant to actually buy the product. And he was asking all these questions. Well, what does it do? Can I get a guarantee? Will you call me? What do I get with it? And so the salesman said, listen, I appreciate, and then finally the guy said, well, how much does it cost? So the guy told him it's like $5,000 for this particular product. And so the client was kept asking more questions. So finally the salesman said, stop. I don't need, in so many words, I don't need your sale. And I really don't need you a client. When the pain gets strong enough, you will find me. And I think a lot of times we have to be in a place where we're here, we're not moved by the money or the situation, where we're like, you know what, either you're going to get along or you're not. And in this situation, the salesman was unbothered by all the questions and whether there's a guarantee or not. He said, maybe you're not the person I need to help. And he walked away from a $5,000 deal. That's how you have to be when it comes to life. You have to be unbothered. You have to know, you have to be in such a place that you're unbothered, but that you're in a place of what? Abundance, where life, you know, is going to work out for you. Let's go to the last point, because I'm getting towards where I need to be at. The clock is going. Thank you. Let others talk when you're thinking. Let me say that again. If you're in a room full of loud people, don't try to outshout them. Let them talk. You just listen, observe, speak when it matters. That's how leaders move. The one who talks least often holds the most power, because when they finally speak, everyone listens. So let's do this again. Let others talk while you think. And Lord is my witness, I do this in real life. This is not just the thinking class. I do this in real life. If you're in a room full of loud people, don't try to shout them. Let them talk. I let people talk, and I just listen. I observe. I speak when it matters, because that's how leaders move. The one who talks the least often holds the most power, because when they finally speak, everyone listens. When I think of that example, I think of the first thing that comes is an Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He very rarely spoke, but when he did, it was powerful. Whether you agree with his philosophy or anything, we're not here to debate that. My thing is to look at him as an example of how he did that. He was very, when he spoke, it mattered. And he didn't say much. Actually, he was really sort of soft-spoken. But he controlled a lot of people. So let's go to the transformation. So transformation for this is from talking to thinking. Before you try to be seen, heard, liked by everyone. But now afterwards, you stand in a room calm, focus, and people notice you anyway. Not because you said something, but because your energy carries you. Let me say that again. Not because you're saying something, it's because your energy is carrying you. We talked about last week about energy. Your energy around you should be speaking before you step into the room. But your energy when you get into the room should be speaking. Many of us, we're talking too much and not talking when it matters. So let's go to the challenge this week is this. Try this. Talk less. 5 minutes. Okay. Watch more. Sit up straighter. Don't rush to speak. That's something I'm working on because I can talk fast. In a New York hot minute, I'm already finished with the sentence. I'm already done. I'm at the parking lot. I'm already ate. Slow down. Keep one thought just for yourself. Feel the shift. Let your energy speak for yourself. So I hope you got something from this. I want you to put a number 4 in the chat room. So I'm going to go over this one more time. Where we at? Cool. Just the key points. The visible pressure is when you make people think just by you being you. 2, stay cool and you stay in control. 3, don't let everyone know what you're thinking. 4, build your personal gravity. 5, let others talk while you think. And finally, this week, the challenge, because I want to get you from 0 to hero in this series that I've been doing. Because if you notice, it's sort of changed. I want to get you from 0 to hero, from not just being a thinking class, but being a doing class. I want you to, this week, to speak less and speak when it matters. I want you to stay cool, calm. When people are acting the fool about politics, about what's going on, stay calm, stay relaxed, stay in your sha-na-na, stay who you are. Don't rush to speak and keep your thoughts to yourself. You do not have to let everybody know I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. If you give everybody a piece of your mind, guess what's going to happen? You ain't going to have no mind. You ain't going to have no mind at all. So I just want to drop this to you guys. So for today, the number is number 4. When this ends, I want you to put the number 4 and pressure. See, only those who listen to this 30 minutes, listen to this, will know what we're talking about. So when this ends, in the comments, put the number 4 and the word pressure. And every time you see the numeric number 4 anywhere today, this week, or next week, know that you need to walk in your invisible pressure. Thank you so much for listening. Wow, thank you. Good, fantastic game Friday, LDA. Have a blessed and productive day, my good friend. You know what? I just talk about where we may go. We might go get some jerk chicken. What you think about that? We might get some. I just thought we can go to Yum Yum Valley, Yum Yum Village.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I've never been there.
Oh, you may go there. I don't know. We can sit down there. I just thought, but that's a perfect place to go. You get some jerk chicken and some plantain. Thank you for listening. I love you guys. Appreciate you. I got 2 minutes. She got the clock up like it is 2 minutes. You want to come in a shot? Come on. Uh-oh, she about to come in a shot. Watch. Don't trip. You might want to come this way. Yeah. Uh-oh, she's coming around the mountain. Hey. She's coming in. 4. Yep. So with that being said, you know what this means. We did it. We out of here. Peace. And hair grease. Beard grease, daddy. Beard grease.
Did you know what 4 means?
What does 4 mean?
Stability.
What does 4 mean?
Yeah, stability, practicality, and positive action.
What?
Yeah. Like, wow.
That was something about 4, huh? I don't know. I'm glad you. Normally, you have somebody pick the number 4, and
foundation.
It means foundation, huh?
Foundation. So I really love how the one guy, the bus.
Yeah, Cleveland bus.
Cleveland bus.
Yeah. He said
that was amazing. I'm like, oh my goodness, right?
Yeah, he said he quit his job today. Cleveland bus driver uppercut.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't.
That was amazing. So stay in your power.
Yeah, stay in your power. Don't get distracted.
Stay in your power. Don't get distracted.
Yeah.
Right, you had a vision, so that means you got to act on it. You have to act on that. So that was amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
That gave me a little push, right?
Right. Both of us, right.
That's a little push there. So you never know what someone else is, what they're going through or what they're on the brink of.
Right.
So you sharing that testimony that's major, right?
Yeah, it is.
So,
it is. That's something.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I gotta cut the show off.
okay, bye.
Oh, I'm still talking.
Oh my God.
We gotta go. Oh, all right, we still got the show going.
I get some jerk chicken.
We gotta get some jerk chicken, mama.